I've lived in this city for 10 years, and after 5, I started to get hungry. Luckily, Ralph and Jerry's Corner Market is open until 2 in the morning. This is the pop room of Ralph and Jerry's Corner Store, a little mom-and-pop place in Dinkytown, USA. I never made it down here when I was a customer. Most of the action took place upstairs. 8 years I lived in this neighborhood, and just about every single night ended up with a stop here for bread, milk, cigarettes, weak beer, conversation, always conversation. I was convinced that this was the most unique institution in the Western Hemisphere. It was the people who made it strange. It was the people who made it work. They were all overeducated, and they were either genial or insolent in a way that made you feel special, that they'd chosen you to insult. They had this loose 2 a.m. sort of mindset that, well, it led to the graffiti in the walls. But the day brightening, may you breathe the stench of fascism, Pinko. And this exchange, which is my favorite. Somebody wrote, sex is a lie, love is a lie. And underneath that, someone wrote, of course, try lying more often. Eventually, I even got to come down here, the produce room, where not too many people from upstairs got to see. There's always somebody down here talking, studying, reading, working. Eventually, there were the usual hard times, and I couldn't find a job. This seemed to be a good place to camp out for a while. It's not as if I hadn't had training. 8 years on one side of the counter was good training for what I hoped would be a couple of months on the other side. Things changed. I got a job and I quit. I still came back. I missed the job and I missed the place. Shortly after I quit, Dick, the produce manager, was let go. Now, every store has one of these guys. He's been there for 3,000 years. He knows where everything belongs. He was let go, and no one really liked the decision. The day crew walked off, and they never showed up again. The night crew sat down, thought about it, and everyone put in their 2-week notices. It was a business decision, but what did we know from business, right? These people they're all in college, there'd be other jobs, and they had the luxury of being able to stand on their principles. The last night of the night crew's shift, we had a party. I had some beer in the back, cooked up some bratwurst, and there was music from the stereo. Enough people showed up. It rained until about 2 o'clock, which is when the store closed, and then I quit. And then Victor, a young kid as incompetent, took off his grocer's apron and set it on fire. He squirted lighter fluid over the thing and torched it. And that was the end of the party. It was also the end of my connection with Ralph and Jerry's, too. I mean, I moved out of here. I don't come here very often. I can get in my car and be here in a matter of minutes, but you know what? I don't know any of these people. And they treat me like imagine this, they treat me like any other customer. There's nothing unusual about this. I mean, you shout at your past and it doesn't answer as loudly as you'd like to. But there was a time when I used to stand out there in that street corner and talk and flick cigarettes and look at the traffic. And that was the crossroads of the world. If you're worried that I'm about to say something along the lines of you can't go home again, I am. But it's true, you can, but you shouldn't go home again, because I'll probably ask you